well, we can start a little bit. What's up? It's your girl, Miss Naya Nicole, and I'm here to spark your soul. And I'm with some guests here in New Black Wall Street. We're celebrating Dr. Roni's birthday. We're here in Kuba Kingdom, LLC. So let's give a round of applause for Dr. Roni's birthday. And she's going to make her intro. Yes. Yes, Dr. Roni.
Hello.
So, Dr. Roni, how old did you turn today?
Well, today it's a milestone for me. I am 68 years old today. Or should I say I'm 68 years young today. Because I don't feel a day over 16.
Okay, yes, yes. So, tell me, what is some advice you would give yourself if you were younger?
Oh, my goodness, if I was younger. I did so many things when I was younger. It's not about the age, because when I was younger, I was determined to win at all times. I did everything you could think about. Crochet, knit. I did floral arrangement. I was a teacher at the age of 18 years old. So I was always achieving, an early achiever. So it's not about the age. It's about staying focused. It's about staying consistent. It's about staying one step ahead the other. And to think out of the box.
Now, what motivates you to show up for yourself throughout these years with the crocheting and the businesses and so forth?
My goodness. When I think of the young people and what I can pour into their lives, I have to show up. There is no other way. Because a lot of people do not think about other people's children. But when I think of my kids and the community kids, I have to show up for myself. Even when I don't feel like it, even when I don't want to, I have to show up to show them that they can always better their best.
Now, you have your husband next to you. How long have you guys been married for?
My husband, we have been married for 18 years. We have been together for 32 years.
And coming over here to ask you, do you remember the moment that you fell in love with Dr. Roni?
Yes, I did. Yes, I do.
Would you like to share?
Wow. It's about in the 90s, about 91, around 91. We were, funny enough to say, I was at her birthday party celebrating her birthday around that time. So that was the time and around the time and the moment. She was always a beautiful, young, beautiful, sexy looking woman. Though I know at the time she was married, that wasn't my intention, but God created the moment and situation for us to be together.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, do you have any advice for the other men who are supporting a strong Black independent woman who has the entrepreneur spirit and so forth? How do you stay grounded in that type of relationship in a fast movement?
Number one is always keeping God first. Always understanding that God is the head of the family, the head of God is the number one factor in my life. Whatever I have to do, whatever I think of, whatever situation or circumstances may come in, I always put God first. I think before I act. So I suggest and advise all men to think before they act. But as human beings, we know temptation comes our way, especially being with a beautiful woman. Temptation comes our way, and the Bible said we got to renew our mind constantly. So when that temptation comes, we just don't follow our mind, right? But remember to renew our minds, right? That's how we stay focused, renewing our minds.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, and to move over here, so you guys, I would like for you guys to introduce yourselves, but you are workers of Dr. Roni at Kuba Kingdom. Please tell me your name.
I'm Imani.
Angela.
Okay, and would you like to share your age?
I'm 22.
I'm 14.
Okay, what inspired you to be in the fashion industry?
I've loved fashion since I was younger. I've always liked clothes and colors and art, so naturally this was just a good spot for me.
I always liked to do clothes as well. I was always into fashion and, sewing and stuff. So since, I used to always make my own clothes and, steal my mom's clothes a lot. I always just thought of fashion and, well, this is how I end up here.
If there's a moment here inside Kuba Kingdom that you remember that was just a moment of time that it was inspired you or advice that Dr. Roni gave, would you like to share? A moment here at Kuba Kingdom that inspired you or advice that Dr. Roni possibly have given you, or just anything, something that has made you joyful or anything that just a memorable moment here at Kuba Kingdom.
Our first fashion show. Well, my first fashion show. They had multiple times, but my first fashion show doing here, it was very inspiring and stuff, walking down the stage, actually, giving a chance and to, doing modeling and stuff. And, since Dr. Roni had gave me that chance and she taught me so much, especially, with my walk, especially she told me, hey, walk slow, hey, keep your head up, listen, you're beautiful, you got this, keep on walking, and just love yourself. Release yourself, relax. Don't let nothing get through your head. Don't let nothing get through you, cause how people be talking. But just like I said, the first fashion show that I ever had, it was very inspiring. It was very joyful. It made me happy because it was hard for me to ever find that type of fashion because a lot of times people always thought that I was not gonna make it. So I appreciate the fact that Dr. Roni has gave me that chance, and I am here now, and now I am still improving, but I'm getting there. So I am very glad that Dr. Roni is teaching me, showing me the way, and I love the fact that she's teaching, of course, young people, because a lot of young people don't really got that type of mindset that other kids will have. So I'm glad about the fact that she is actually going out her way to actually even hear and actually even do her part into teaching young people how, of course, business, fashion, if you want to do modeling, how to walk, how to keep yourself up. Don't want to keep yourself down. Because if you do that, you ain't going to make it in life. All you're going to do is just, fail. There ain't no point of you. So I love the fact that that's what Dr. Roni do. She's a very sweet woman. I didn't even think that she was even 68. If I first met her, I thought she was in her mid-40s. I'm going to be honest. That's what I thought at first. I was like, okay, if she's in her 60s, I thought that was a lie. But, hey, surprisingly, of course, when black don't crack, well, surprisingly, they don't look like they age, because she looked nowhere near in her 60s. She looked like she's still in her mid-40s. That's the least I can get to.
Thank you, baby.
Well, if you would like to share a moment or share how do you feel wearing Dr. Roni's clothes? How do you feel in Kuba Kingdom clothes? How does it make you feel?
Get on the shit.
Okay.
She's not lying though. It's
Wait, please don't throw shit. I said that I'm the shit. That's how I feel.
it's true though. It's a confidence that you get when you put on the clothes, because not only do they look good, but they come from home, and they're all authentic too. It's just, I don't know, it's something so powerful about wearing Ankara fabric and then other people seeing you and wanting to do the same thing. Yeah, it makes you feel good.
And it inspires and stuff. Because, you never can find clothes that's exactly like this or actually handmade, because a lot of them is always showing too much, trying to, you know how it is. So, it's actually very nice. It's comfy. You walk in it, and it's nice that, when you're wearing them, you feel like you're a leader. So when you're walking, you feel like everybody is like, hey, let me try that out real quick. And that's how, you succeed.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you, guys. Hi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Ruby. I'm here as a pop-up RJ Creations. And I met the doctor, and believe me, ever since, she's very inspiring. And she, at my age, I'm 75. She's taught me a lot, just listening. So, but that's the way we're supposed to do. We as women, we're supposed to uplift each other, no matter what, even if it's the same thing over and over again. Because sometimes you might not hear it the first time, but the next time you hear it, and it's inspiring how I can see how she's doing with the young ladies here. I have a lady that I do the same thing for, but you know one thing, I never did think about it like that. I just thought that, well, I don't know. I just thought I was helping her. But she's a very inspiring. She's met her. And so, I love fashion. I design my own stuff, so I love fashion myself.
Did you expect to be here at 75?
Yes.
Yes.
And even after the aches and pains, I still expect to be here way past that. Yeah, I do what I need to do to keep on going and tell other women my experience and tell them what to do. Even though sometimes they might not listen, but that's all right. Sooner or later they will, and everything is going to be all right. Everything, God has his plans, and everything always work out no matter what the situation. Don't ever let anything get you down.
Right.
Always lift yourself up no matter what.
Thank you. Hi, and last but not least, what is your name, ma'am? No, we're gonna round it off with you. Hey, you look beautiful. What is your name?
Bonnie.
So-
Bonnie Williams.
And do you have a store here?
No, I don't have a store here. I have patronized Dr. Roni for some time. I first met Dr. Roni when they had a store, she and her husband, on Covington Highway. And so that's when I first had the privilege of meeting her. And her personality is such that, she's like none other. She's very uplifting, loves to help people, loves to share her knowledge. And that I love that about her as much as I did the fashions, because I'm a clothes person. Well, I think I came into the world wanting to being something fashionable. And but that came from my mother. That's really one of my mother's. I got from my mother, her genes. But Dr. Roni is just a fabulous lady, and I've enjoyed being in her presence when I'm here. And so when I do come here, actually I was asked to be in her fashion show. With the fashion show we did representing Black History Month, and I actually felt very honored to be requested to be in that show, which I did participate in. It was quite wonderful. She was a perfectionist in making that happen. It came off beautifully. And when I come here with the intent of seeing Dr. Roni, but also spending a lot of time. Ruby next to me is also a friend, and I've shopped with her over the years. And now that she has a pop-up, I make a point of coming in to see them both. And it's just a pleasure. I'm grateful, and I too am 75, and God has blessed me to do a lot of things. Even at my age, I'm still doing. I tell people when I was managing the softball team last year, kickball rather, ladies kickball last year up until last year I stopped, and I got through last year, and then this year I started doing other things. And my children were like, Mom, if you fall, you may not get back up, So they kind of wanted me to give it up. But my pleasure, and one of the things I'm saying about my age is just to say, you do what you can while you can. It's not about age, it's not about how old you are, it's about how well you feel. And even on the bad days, you keep moving. You've got to keep moving. So I think that's what Dr. Roni has done. She's kept it moving. At 68, she looks wonderful. She looks beautiful. And she's an inspiration to the younger people, and so that in itself is a blessing.
Thank you. And you mentioned that you got some fashion tips basically from your mom. Do you remember anything that your mom has possibly shared with you for fashion advice?
Well, always look your best. Always look. One of the things I never will forget is when she would, my mother's last words when I would leave the house, always take money with you because you don't know what might happen. And even if it's just a quarter, that's enough to make a phone call. Because that was back in the day when we didn't have cell phones and you just need to get to the phone booth, And so that was one of the primary things was her wanting to make sure that, I had enough money as it relates to, going out. But fashion-wise, I just watched her. I just watched my mother, and and it's kind of it's just ingrained now, But she always dressed. My mother, my mother passed 10 years ago, and she was my heart and soul. But I will say this: whenever she dressed, if she was going to the grocery store, her jogging suit, if that's what she had on, her gym shoes would match the jogging suit. She was always coordinated. So I remember all of that now. I'm not all the way head to toe, but in that way. But I remember my mother and how she was very, very particular about how she looked. So that's what I will never forget.
Thank you. Rest in power to her and stay blessed. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to make our way over here. Come on, little man. Hi, what is your name?
I am the good Reverend Cynthia Curtis. I'm here from New Birth Church. And this is Queen Mother. Queen Mother, I met her 1 year and 3 months ago when I came here from California, Orange County, California. And I came in and I felt like I was home in Africa, just looking in the store, but just coming in. She was so graceful and so just warm and just very sweet to me. And so I have been an avid shopper, probably a best customer. And so I love everything she has in that store. So you guys come out to the Black Wall Street, come out and see Queen Mother. We have something for everybody. She has something for everybody. But she has beautiful pieces, you all, and she has just graced all the women and the men at our church. We had an African Day 2 weeks ago, and everyone came in and they bought their dashikis, they bought African dresses, the fans, a couple people were getting married. And so her shop is blessing people around the world because they're taking it back to New York, they're taking it to South Carolina, Chicago, even back home to Africa. We had some people that were from Africa that bought. And so she has just been a woman of grace, and I told everybody when you come into her store, this is the Kuba Kingdom where queens and kings are made. And so they love to come in and they leave with a smile and a dress. So
It's a fabulous day.
Yes.
fantabulous day, yes.
My son.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move over here. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Jamie.
Jamie.
From New York.
From New York?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what part?
Born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens.
Okay, we're from the Bronx. So
Okay.
Gotta represent. So how is it being the son of Dr. Roni?
Well, she's an entrepreneur. Ever since I was young, she was always, doing stuff like, Avon. She had the Avon, she had this. So it's always been like somebody to look up to, that's how I am. I'm very, everything I learned in my life, I learned from her. Her hustle, her skill, her talent. So it's been a blessing.
Are you currently running any businesses of your own?
No, not at the moment, but soon I should. Soon I should be. I'm trying to do my YouTube channel and stuff like that. So it's coming along. Yeah, probably soon. I like people. I like to travel. I like to eat. So it's just like it's gonna be a multiple of different things. And then I could incorporate the Kuba Kingdom into it, and so.
Do you have a testimony or a piece of advice that your mother has given you throughout the years that you remember, or something that just stuck with you?
Strive to be the best. Strive to be the best at whatever you do. Honestly.
Are you the oldest?
I'm not the oldest. I'm the second oldest. I'll be 44 this year.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother is 46.
Family. Well, thank you so much for this time. Let's one more time say happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yes. Make sure y'all come down here at New Black Wall Street at Kuba Kingdom LLC and shop with Dr. Roni for her birthday, okay? Spend y'all money, honey. It's your girl, Miss Naya Nicole, and I'm here to spark your soul. Thank you, guys.